this morning. What we're asking is, do you think the ANC should take action against its Secretary General Ace Magashule for meeting with former President Jacob Zuma, allegedly to discuss the removal of party President Cyril Ramaphosa? Of course, he's denied these allegations, and he will be explaining his position to the top six today. So we're just asking you the question or your views on this whole conspiracy theory that's doing the rounds. Let's hear from you at Morning Live SABC, hashtag Morning Live. We'd love to hear from you as well. All right, let's move on to the big stories for today, things to look out for. I think we've covered a lot of it in our news this morning, but let's dig deeper. So, Labour Federation, as you heard, COSATU holding its National Congress at Gallagher Estate in Midrand. That's a big one to look out for us today. Mark Zinde, the son of former SABC board member and television news anchor Hope Zinde, is expected back in the Pretoria High Court this morning. You do remember he's charged with a 2016 murder of his mother. Henry van Breda's legal team petitions the Supreme Court of Appeal in a bid to have an application for leave to appeal his murder conviction approved. Van Breda murdered his parents and older brother and attempted to kill his younger sister at their Stellenbosch home, and that was back in 2015. Right, let's take a look at Twitter. Twitter on a Monday morning is never the easiest because you really are dominated by sporting stories and whatever is showing on a Sunday night, because you do know Twitter goes crazy on a Sunday night with television. But just digging a bit deeper, you can see there UniZulu. Now, the Zulu, I beg your pardon, that is the University of Zululand, and the story going there about the murder of students taking place there. And this is something devastating that I'm hoping we will get some answer to. It's basically saying student stabs roommate to death at the University of Zulu, and 2 more students have died at UniZulu. So there was a lot of commotion happening at the university, and we'll certainly be following that story. And it's just it's a horrific story. And the fact, you know, some of the other people tweeting about this, saying a student killed a student on the campus residence. The killer was stoned and then beaten to death. Also, security is non-existent in these streets. The rate of unreported killings or student killings is alarmingly high at this university. So this is just one tweet coming out about that, but that is a very big story. Klebsiella, you heard about that in our news. We're talking about the fact that the Gauteng Health Department says extreme overcrowding played a major part in the outbreak of Klebsiella in the neonatal unit of the Tere Mogorane Hospital in Vosloorus. And the outbreak is that of an antibiotic-resistant bacteria, and it's so far claimed the lives of 6 babies. And this is, again, a story that is rearing its ugly head once again. So that story of Klebsiella, we'll watch that one. Musi Maimane, now that one trending on the back of some reports, the weekend reports that were coming out, talking about the fact that the DA may put him forward as the candidate for the Premier of the Western Cape. And, you know, sentiment, I suppose, around the elections, the 2019 elections coming up, and many in the DA fearing that there's a huge possibility that they may lose out the Western Cape to the ANC. And they're saying here the DA is desperate. Musi gamble opposition, putting Top Gun Musi Maimane up for the post of provincial premier in a bid to use his leadership clout for the 2019 elections. And we'll get into newspaper headlines as well, but that's some of the headlines in the newspaper, so that's a big trending topic. And then finally, on an international note, the trending topic of Christine Blasey Ford. This is quite an interesting story, because this is a woman accusing Kavanaugh of assault, feared he might inadvertently kill me. Christine Blasey Ford told the Washington Post that Brett Kavanaugh assaulted her. Now, you know, Brett Kavanaugh in the news all the time for various reasons. And California professor is who Christine Blasey Ford is, says she's the one who wrote the letter accusing the SCOTUS nominee, Brett Kavanaugh, of committing sexual assault against her when she was in high school. So, yeah, that hashtag #MeToo campaign once again bringing down these top officials in the US and around the world, actually. So those are your trending topics on this Monday morning. Let's get you a traffic update now. And traffic also a big trending topic.